Hello, Darthvegan here, and welcome to my 5,000 subscriber special. I've been trying to decide what to do since I reached 5,000 subscribers in February, and I guess what we're going to do today is a little bit of question and answer, and then also we're going to go over a little bit of the history of my channel from the creation of the channel up to today. What I've been doing, what I plan on doing, and what brought me here. And I've got lots of questions from you guys, so I appreciate everyone who has submitted a question. And then we'll also take a look at the first video that I ever posted to YouTube, and we'll all cringe and say how terrible it is. But I hope you enjoy it. And so without further ado, let's get started with the questions. Alright, I got some questions here. Let's look at the questions. Question number 1. Okay, the first question is from Scott Kerman. What made you keep going, and have you ever wanted to give up when you're not getting much views? What made me keep going? Well, that's probably an answer to one of the later questions. What is the best skill I have? And that is the answer to that. Both things is persistence. I am excellent at being persistent. I am stubborn to a fault. I oftentimes should stop doing something whenever it's not working out, but instead I keep going, and I expect things to get better. So that's the answer to that. Do I ever want to give up? Yeah, absolutely. Lots of times. I get very frustrated. Especially if I'm playing a game that I enjoy but nobody watches it. I get really frustrated, and I think, man, I'm just gonna quit doing YouTube and just play games, because I just like playing games. But I never do. I never give up. Keep going. Keep going. The next question is from Scott Kerman as well. How long have you edited videos, and were you good at it back in the old days? How long have I edited videos? Probably the last few years. I got started in 2015, and probably the first, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe 7 or 8 months, I didn't do any editing at all. I just recorded and then posted all of it. I didn't even have any editing software at the time. And so probably the last few years, started really doing a lot of editing. Maybe 4 years, I guess, probably, I would say. Was I good at it in the old days? I'm not good at it now, so there's that. The next question is also from Scott. Are you sometimes late for work because you are editing? No, never. I take my job very seriously, and I do not let my hobbies get in the way of my actual job, since that is what pays for my hobby. And it pays for my family and everything. So, no, I take my job very seriously. I would think that it's very important to take it seriously. And I do. I've got what I would consider a good work ethic. Okay, the next question is also from Scott. Scott's got several, so we'll go through all of Scott's here first. The next question is, who created your pick? Was it you or someone, and why did you choose that pick? That's a very excellent question. By pick, I assume you're speaking of my logo. I've actually had 3 different logos through the history of my channel, and I'll put these up right there on the channel, or on the screen, rather. So this is the first logo that I had, and it's kind of a guy wearing a Jedi hood, was what I imagined it looked like, with a beard and blue eyes. That's me. And then a carrot underneath, and DV. That was my first logo. And then a friend of mine who had some graphic skill volunteered to make me a logo, so this is the one that they made. And so I used this one for a little while. It's got Darth Vader and some carrots. I thought that was pretty good, but I was kind of worried about, the whole copyrighted image thing. I didn't know if that would be something that happened at some point. So I decided to make my own logo, and I made the current DV logo, which is the one that I'm using currently. It's a carrot that's a rocket, and it's got the letter DV. And what made me think of that? I don't know. I think I don't know. It's a rocket. That's a carrot. And at the time, I was really doing a lot of KSP, so I thought, oh, that works perfectly. So, yeah, there you go. Next one is also from Scott. Who was your first viewer? I have no idea. You can't tell on YouTube who your viewers are, so no clue. What was your first ever comment to say? Nice stuff. Well, my very first comment, period, was on a running with rifles video, which was not my first series. It was my second series that I ever did. It's actually the oldest series on my channel currently that I haven't hidden. It's called Running with Rifles. And the comment was from Stephen Ahern. This is awesome. And I thought, this is awesome. Yeah. What were you like when you made your first video? Excited or embarrassed? I was both excited and embarrassed. Yeah. Why did you name yourself Darthvegan, and did you have an old name for your channel? Nope, this is the name I've always had. It's Darthvegan. Why did I name myself Darthvegan? That's a funny story, kind of. Interesting story, maybe, perhaps. I used to play paintball quite a bit with some guys from work. And one of the guys, he brought his kids with him. They were mid-teens or early teens, maybe. And I just remember we were playing, and I was facing off against one of those kids during a match one time. We were directly across from one another, and he was shooting at me, and I kind of like dodged back, you know, like I did a lean, you know, and the paintballs whizzed over me. And he's like, oh, you're like the guy on the Matrix. And his dad was like, no, he's using the Force. He's like Darth Vader. And then he was like, but he's a vegan. He's Darthvegan. And there you go. I was Darthvegan ever since. I even put it on my paintball mask. Like I had a label on there, Darthvegan. And so yeah, it was pretty cool. I liked it. Kept it. What's my name in real life, and what's your original thing I wanted to be when I grow up? Also from Scott. My name in real life, I'll give you my first name. My first name is Boyd, B-O-I-D. It's a last name, but it's not my last name. It's my first name. So thank you, my parents, for that confusion. What did I want to be when I grew up? I wanted to be an optometrist. Okay. That didn't work out. Why do you take gaming as a hobby? I've always loved games. I've played games as long as I can remember playing games. When I was really young, we used to go to an arcade. And there's my cat. Hi, kitty. We used to go to arcade and play games because we didn't have a game console of our own. And then my parents bought us an Atari 2600. And I loved it. And then they bought us a Nintendo, original Nintendo, and then a Super Nintendo. And then after that, hi kitty, I went off to college and I didn't get a Nintendo 64, excuse me. I didn't get a Nintendo 64, but my friends had one. And so we played Nintendo 64. And then I got a PlayStation for myself. And, at some point during that time that I've already skipped over, I got a PC, and I played games on the PC as well. So I've always just loved gaming. Just love it. Why do you like only RPG, strategy, indie games, and do you ever play games that are not RPG, strategy, indie games? I don't know. Why do you like certain movies that you like, or why do you like certain music that you like? It's just that's what I like. I do play some other games occasionally, like very occasionally, like a sports game or a racing game or something, but it's very, very occasional. It's not really the type of thing that interests me that much. What was the game that you post in your first ever video? Farming Simulator 15. Or is it Farm Simulator? Farming Simulator? Farming Simulator? Farming Simulator 15. I had to look it up. Yeah, Farming Simulator 15 was the very first video I posted. I posted 7 or 8 videos for that game, I think, maybe. What is your favorite food and place you have been? Last question from Scott. Well, my favorite food is like Tex-Mex. Some people call it Mexican, but it's not really Mexican. It's Tex-Mex. It's like, you know, burritos, tacos, that kind of stuff. Enchiladas, those types of things. My favorite place I've been, I assume you're talking about my favorite place to eat, maybe. There was a place in Oklahoma, which is the state where I grew up in the United States, and it was on the University of Oklahoma's campus, which I did not go to the University of Oklahoma, but I used to go to their campus there quite a bit. I can't even remember the name of it. Papa's something. I cannot. Papa Delgado's, maybe? Yeah, Papa Delgado was the name of it. And they had this awesome burrito called the Monster Burrito. And it had fried potatoes and black beans and guacamole. It was just massive, like huge burrito, like a log on your plate. I mean, it was giant. God, I love that thing. That was delicious. And it was vegan. So that was awesome. It was good. All right, so the next question comes from Oscar Bowman. How old are you and the channel? I will be 43 years old in April. And April of 2021, depending on when you're watching this. And the channel, I started in April of 2015. So I've been doing it for 6 years. 6 years. The Final Frontier, formerly known as Bumbo Jumbo, also known as Elon Musk, asked me, why did you start your YouTube channel? Or to put it another way, why did you decide to make a gaming channel? Well, YouTube was still kind of new when I first started watching gaming on YouTube, and I watched a little bit of Paul Soares Jr. play Minecraft, and I thought that was awesome. And then a little bit later, I started watching Quill18 and a guy named Surreal Beliefs. I watched him play some Mountain Blade Warband, and then I watched Blitzkriegler, who's also known as Blitz now. I watched him play a lot of RimWorld at the time, and man, I just thought it was fantastic. I thought that looks like the funnest thing I've ever seen, because whenever I was growing up, we'd play games, me and my friends and me and my brother. We'd play games and we'd talk about the game as we were playing it, kind of a little bit of a commentary, you might say, even. And I kind of missed that playing by myself. Kids didn't want to sit around and listen to me play games. Sometimes they did, but not that often. And so I thought, that'll be fun, and that'll be reminiscent of what I used to do as a kid with my brother and my friends. So I gave it a try, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. Why did I decide to make a gaming channel? Because I love games. I love gaming. You see that your channel's name is Darthvegan, and I also know that you're a vegan in real life. Were you a vegan while growing up, or did you just feel the need of not harming animals and going vegan? I was 21, maybe almost 22 when I became vegan. So the first 21, 22 years of my life, I was not vegan. In fact, I ate mostly meat. I was very adverse to vegetables growing up. Did not have a very healthy diet at all. Although my parents obviously tried, but I was adverse to eating those things. But then we read a lot of books, my wife and I. We had just given birth to our first child, my first son, and we were both overweight and not feeling very healthy. So we decided to look into some different ways of changing our diet, and we just happened to choose this one. We read a book called Diet for a New America by John Robbins, who was the heir to the Baskin-Robbins ice cream company. But he walked away from it and became a vegan, and that was inspiring, and the book was inspiring, and the ethics of not harming animals for food was part of it, and so we decided to do it, and we just did it. It kind of leads back to my persistence. A lot of people say, "How do you do it?" I just do it. I just do it. Just do it. You know, just do it. Nike. I'll be getting that $50 from Nike for that little spot there, so that'll be good. The next one is from Canman 9909. Awesome name, by the way. Canman. Kind of reminds me of my dad. When we were growing up, he would recycle aluminum cans, and then he would give the proceeds of that to me and my brother, and we put that money away as we grew up. And then whenever I moved out of the house, I had, you know, a little bit of money saved up from those cans. So, Canman 9909. You made me reminisce about my dad. So thank you very much. What's your best advice about anything in general? My best advice is, if you are interested in doing something, just do it. You may not be successful. Look at me. It took me 6 years to get 5,000 subscribers, but I'm super stoked about it. Super excited, as if it took me one day, because I love it. It's fun, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And so if you have something that you enjoy doing, even if you're not that great at it, just stick with it, man. Just keep doing it, because if it makes you happy, just keep doing it. Well, unless it's like killing people or something, then you should probably stop. All right, the next question is from Molded Salad. Molded Salad, let me tell you a little bit about something about Molded Salad. He has been one of my longest subscribers. I don't know which series exactly he got started on. It was one of my very early Warband series, I'm almost positive. But Molded Salad, I appreciate you sticking around all this time, buddy. Appreciate it. What's the most unusual topping you've ever ordered on a pizza? Well, probably broccoli. I don't know if it's even that unusual. I guess maybe it's not that unusual. Artichoke hearts. Again, probably not that unusual. If you cut them small enough on either thing, it doesn't get all wet. Like, it gets nice and roasted. If the pieces are too big, then it's kind of gross and wet. That's no good. But if you have small pieces, spot on, baby. Then on a more serious note, if you could travel back in time to your 20th birthday and give your younger self only one piece of advice, what would it be? Well, I thought about this quite a bit, and it's hard to say, because I feel like my life has turned out pretty good, and a lot of it was due to the things that I, went through in life. Not, went through. Well, I mean, some of it is bad, but it's just don't give up. And when things feel like they're hard, and they feel like everything's falling apart, it's not. It's not. It's still okay, and you're still there, and you still have everything that you need to live a long and healthy life. So sometimes that's not the case, but you can always find something to hold on to get you through. And so yeah, just never give up. Never give up. The next one is from Jashandeep Singh Sandhu. I am sure I butchered that, and I apologize for that. What made you start a YouTube channel? Kind of answered that a little bit earlier, but I love games. I love gaming. I was inspired by a few other YouTubers, and I thought I'd give it a try, and I've had a lot of fun with it. A lot of fun. Next question is, do you like pineapple on pizza? Yes, I absolutely love pineapple. Again, kind of falls in with the broccoli and the pineapple. It's got to be in small chunks, or it's kind of wet. Gross. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants wet pizza. Ooh, that's soggy bread. Ew. Disgusting. The next question is from Wangyet2007. Hi, Wang. How you doing? What's that? That was weird. What's your favorite pair of socks? I love that question. How did you know I wear funny socks? That's what I want to know. Have you been going through my closet? Hmm? Are you a hacker? Did you hack into my closet? I'm curious. A little suspicious. A little suspicious. My favorite pair of socks is a pair of socks my wife bought for me, and it says, "Sure, I'm listening with my butt." And I wear those to work. Because I can. Because they're my socks. You can't see them. But it makes me chuckle whenever people are talking a bunch of nonsense, and I'm just sitting there shaking my head thinking, oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So that brings us to the next segment. I was watching myself doing that on camera. In fact, you probably have seen me over the course of this video very unprofessionally look over at my monitor. I should have put it on the monitor in front of me. That way I didn't have to look over, but I didn't. Because I wasn't thinking. You know, I could re-record this, re-record it. But that would mean more effort, and I'm lazy. So I'm not going to do it. I'm going to look over at my monitor. And you're going to have to deal with it because I'm making you watch this with my mental gymnastics. I don't know. I don't know what. Okay, so now we're going to go to the very first video I ever posted. The Farming Simulator 15 video. That was the first video. And we're going to take a look at that together. And cringe at how terrible it is. Yeah. So let's do it. The first episode is called Farming Simulator 15 Let's Play Ep 1. Now the first video is the maximum quality is 720p. First of all, that was all I could record in because that was all that my monitor was capable of at the time. I mean my computer. And so yeah, 720p. Also, I was recording in a big open room. Excuse me, table. I was recording in a big open room, and the audio is horrendous. Whew, it's rough. All right, here we go.
Hello, Darthvegan here, bringing you Farm Simulator 15.
All right, well, I'm going to stop you right there, Darthvegan 2015. Why in the world are you talking so slow? I get it. I get it. You're nervous. You've never done this before. You're probably thinking, I need to enunciate. My wife always says you always mumble, which is true. I still do that even now when I'm recording. I mumble, and sometimes I have to fix it in post-processing, and sometimes I don't fix it at all. I just mumble. But my dad even used to say when I was a kid, he'd say, "You're just a mumbling. You're just a mumbling." I say that now to my kids, even if they're not mumbling, because I think it's funny.
Now, I just started off a new world here. Going to be showing you the basics in this video.
The basics.
How I get started, which is not necessarily the only way to get started.
Let me just stop you right there, because I do this a lot even now. And apparently I did it back then, and I hear a lot of other people do it, and I've never really noticed until I noticed that I did it. And then now, like, I'm obsessed with it. And that's the old lip smack. God, it gets on my nerves. Ugh. And big YouTubers do it, like big popular YouTubers. It drives me nuts. If I hear it in one of my videos, I try to edit it out. If I catch it. If I don't catch it, I apologize. It drives me crazy.
But this is the way that I usually do it. I'll show you some of the basics, how to do things, yada yada yada,
blah blah blah. Man, I was so funny.
Just give you a little rundown of how the game works. Okay,
yeah, why don't you do that?
Without further ado, we will talk
Hear that
about
French?
your tractors. When you first
Reaching
start
out to the
off,
international
you
audiences.
can press tab to cycle through all of your tractors. Okay, and you start off with a few. Start off with one harvester and a couple
Let's
of
skip
little
forward a little
guys.
bit.
Can carry so much more. 21,000 liters as opposed to 8,500. Yeah, big difference. So you'll be going back and forth a lot less to your harvester. So let's
Still so
go
slow.
ahead and buy this guy.
And you can hear like my mouse banging on the table. I didn't even have a mouse pad.
We have two options. We
What's
can
that all
go
about?
back here to our selection and reset him, or we can drive over there and pick it up and drop off this trailer, which is what we're going to do here. So let's grab this little gear.
God, that's driving me batty. This was a fun game, though.
Go up there anyway and sell this trailer.
This is a lot of fun.
I'm terrible at back.
Yeah, I also have Farming Simulator 19, but
Okay.
did I just make a joke about how bad of a driver I am? Because that's
Let's
like
take
a
this
joke.
up.
It's like a age.
Sell
It's
it.
like the joke about how bad at driving I am.
Other trailer, and then we'll probably
But
need
yeah.
to go unload our harvester.
Farming Simulator 19, I barely even played. I bought it, and I barely even played it. But I played this game probably a good 60 hours just on this this save here.
Looks like he might be stopped, but he could be
Bug
just
just flew
turning
by
around.
me. Weird.
Yeah, he is just turning around.
All right, so I'm starting to talk a little more normally as the video progresses. Let's skip forward a little more
Grab
and see what happens.
Here is your silo. So if you want to unload into your silo, you just drive up to
Freaking ads.
this little grate. Press the unload key. It will dump it into a silo. Then when you get ready to load up some of your grain from the silo, you drive around the end. There's a spigot.
A spigot.
Drive underneath it. Click start filling. You can select what you want to fill up with. Now you start off
can you?
with quite a bit of stuff. Got some wheat, barley, canola, corn. You can sell all this right off the bat and make
You could sell it.
quite a bit of money. Or you can wait till some of it goes on sale. I usually just sell it. I'll start with
Goes on
canola.
sale. You mean
It sells for
What does
the
that
highest
mean?
Price. Now, some
if it
might
goes on
say,
sale,
well,
that's when you don't want to
canola
sell it,
sells
right?
for
Because
the
then
highest.
it's
Why don't
cheaper.
you plant canola all the time? Well,
Yeah, why
a lot
don't
of
you?
people do. However, I gotta tell you, you see here, canola is selling for what's the most expensive flour mill? $24.87 at the flour mill. Wow, that is so much more than wheat or barley. However, the volume you get from your harvest with wheat and barley, you actually make more money
No.
with those overall for one field. Okay, and I can't
Interesting.
tell you exactly what that amount is. I haven't done the math, but I do know it is true.
I hate math.
Over here you have your sweet potatoes.
I've got a minor in mathematics, not that
potatoes,
you could tell, but just from
sugar
getting my
beets,
computer science degree. But
and then some
God, I
wood
hated it.
chips,
I hated every minute of it.
and here start that cedar all the way in.
This is looking really terrible, by the way. Super, super pixelated.
Like I said, technically we could go ahead and start the barley mission, and then just wait till we grow more barley.
I was definitely speaking more normally, even towards
89
the end of this
sounds like
video.
a lot. Let's go ahead and get.
But that mouse
Okay, so now
clanking on the table, it's driving me nuts.
at the map, you'll see a flashing circle on the train station. That's showing us that.
You know, I shouldn't be so hard on myself
this guy
because,
fired.
you know,
You
I was giving it a try.
wrong seeds.
And you know what? I didn't mamby-pamby around about it. I just did it, and I posted it, and I said, here, boom, internet. This is what you get from Darthvegan. And that's probably why I'm not very popular. So.
Good little farmer.
Alright, so that's going to be about it for the 5,000 subscribers video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure and hit that like button down on the thing where you hit the button. I implore you to please hit that like button on my other videos if you enjoy my content. It really, I mean, a lot of YouTubers say it, but it really is true. It tremendously helps the video get out there, and I find that people on my channel just don't hit the like button. I don't know if it's because they don't like to hit the like button. I don't know if they don't like the content. I don't know why they don't hit the like button. Maybe it's because I don't say hit the like button like 10 times throughout the video. Maybe I should start doing that. I don't want to do that. I don't like that. I don't like it in other people's videos, so I don't do it in my videos, but maybe those calls to action is what YouTube calls it. Maybe calls to action is, maybe it really does work. I don't know. But I usually wait till the end of the video and I say, hit that like button, you know, if you liked it. You know, because that's fair. You use a product, then you decide if you like it or not. And, you know, most people don't say if they like something before they ever use it, although sometimes they do. I always hit the like button from subscribers, from YouTubers that I watch, whether I really even actually liked it or not. Because if I like that YouTuber, I want him to do well, or her. And so I hit the like button. You know, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't cost me anything. So I always hit it. I mean, you know, in fact, I usually hit it before the ad is even played. You know, it's the first thing I do when I go to a video. I hit that like button. You should do the same with my videos. Be like DV. Be like Boyd. You want to be like Boyd? You want to be like DV? Hit that like button. See you guys next time. Bye.